Good evening, everybody. Welcome to episode number 9 of the All Talk Show podcast, where anything goes and everything's open for discussion. I'm Tony Mango, your host of the panel, and joining me tonight, we've got Mike Paden.
It's me.
We've got Calen Bruce.
Hello, everybody.
And I don't know who else is going to pop up, because everybody's kind of like, I don't know. So, we'll see. We might have Wigo, we might have Sean, we might have Caroline, we might have Drew, we might have nobody else, I don't know.
Surprise, motherfucker!
But one thing that we know for sure is that if you want to join in, that you can do that in multiple different ways. You can call in through Skype, you can use the number 760-512-7247, or the other number that we have, 713-955-0363, and you can join in on the live chat that we have. You can just leave comments if you can't listen to this live. Lots of ways that you can interact with us, but we prefer the live edition stuff. So, if you got something to say, call in, talk to us. Want to hear us talk about something? Call in, tell us you want us to talk about that. You know, that's how it's going. Yeah.
Talk.
Good. All talk.
That's right.
Show us some stuff, talk about stuff, all stuff. Yeah. So, All Talk Show is not a show where we have anything planned before we go into it. We just sort of do it on a whim. So
wait, you're saying that you have stuff planned for the other shows?
Usually.
Okay.
But, what's going on? What do you guys want to talk about?
Man, I probably should have thought of that before we came on here, but that would be preparing.
That would be the purpose.
It's such a dilemma. I'm not supposed to prepare, so now you're asking me this question. I don't have anything prepared. We should talk about the flaw in that way of setting up the show. This is so organic. Such a great show.
Talk about how we have nothing to talk about. It's like Seinfeld, the sitcom about nothing.
It's the podcast about nothing.
Pretty much.
Yeah, one of these days, that's going to happen. You're going to click on one of these shows, whether it's Smack Talk or Monday Night Raw Post Show or All Talk Show or something, and I'm purposely going to upload like 2 hours of silence. And you're going to get so pissed at me because midway through, there's just going to be like one fucking, I don't know, it's going to be like, you listened to all this much. Or something. I've been wanting to do that kind of shit for a long time.
There's actually a classical musician who made, I think it was like a 7-minute long piece that was nothing but rest notes.
Right.
That was John Cage.
Good old Johnny Cage?
Yeah, Johnny Cage. No, John Cage. 433 is what it's called.
There you go.
4 minutes, 33 seconds of nothing.
It shouldn't be 4 minutes and 33 seconds long, though. It should be 4:33, but it's 10 minutes long.
4:32 is better.
Now, I don't know. What do you guys think about the art kind of shit like that? Let's talk about that, I guess.
That is one big pile of shit.
Like, is that art, or is that just phoning it in? Is it like is
classical music?
No, not classical music in general. Like doing
some
the
of the
silence.
Most beautiful things and emotionally creative stuff we've ever created as a species. Yeah, it's pretty fucking artistic.
No, pure silence. Like, or if you've got somebody and they bring out like an empty canvas and they're like, "No, you're supposed to fill it in with your own imagination." It's like, fuck you. You're supposed to paint something.
We are at a point in society where I was browsing YouTube and there was something that was considered performance art, where some chick just opened up some really old can of SpaghettiOs that was moldy and nasty and it shoved it up her vagina and then peed it out.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I forget what it was called. It's like something symbiotics or some shit like that. Really weird performance art piece.
It's called I Had a Fucked Up Childhood.
It reminds me, I don't know where I saw it, but yeah, somebody on Facebook or some group or something had posted, maybe it was one of you guys, a guy who just sits in front of his webcam and he does these streams of like 3 hours of him just sitting there still, just smiling at the camera.
That's Sean. He's a friend.
Okay.
I think that I posted that because it was just some creepy dude.
I couldn't remember who posted that, but that was like fucking weird.
No, that was Sean posting his live streams.
Happy days. I don't know, man. Art is odd. Like, I get that there's like an inherent like douchiness that comes with the territory, and you kind of can't get past that. You know, they're gonna get people that like, no matter what, they're gonna think of anything as art. And you could do the kind of shit from, like, The Simpsons, where, you know, he fails to make a fucking grill, and the person's like, oh, look at all the rage in you, and whatever, and it's like, no, he's just, you know, smashed up a fucking grill. But I remember looking at, like, Jackson Pollock, and just being like, I could fucking do this. And I don't care if you go, well, afterward, it's got all this composition, and this changed, and the use of the colors were different for this one because he used black in that one instead of this one or whatever. It's like, oh, give me a fucking break. He took a bunch of paint, drizzled it around, and everybody thought that meant something, you know? I don't put much stock in that kind of crap.
I think that there is a lot of genuine art out there, but I think there is, like, this level where people, I think, might immerse themselves so deep into loving art that they have to defend everything that could possibly, under any definition, be art.
Right.
And if you go against it, then you just don't understand, man.
You're not cultured.
Yeah, you're just not deep enough of an artist.
I hate that stuff so much. And I hate that when it comes to anything, too. It's not just like, you know, painting, or the 4 minutes and 33 seconds of silence or whatever. Like, anything. You know, if you've got, like, screamo bands, you're not singing. You're fucking shouting. I don't give a shit if it's like, you know, well, we wrote some really good lyrics and, you know, the background music is good and stuff like that. Awesome. But then when you get there and you're like, it's like, oh, shit, come on.
Some people genuinely do like that kind of music.
Yeah, I don't like that music at all.
Well, now you're just talking about differences in tastes. But, I mean,
exactly. That's what I was going to say.
Actually is a genuine music genre.
As far as, you know, music and, you know, other art styles go, I think a lot of it is just in the eye of the beholder. You know, I mean, what I might think is crap, somebody else might really love, but that isn't to say it's completely subjective. You know, I believe art should have some intrinsic value. You know, it should be aesthetically pleasing in some regard, one way or another. Like the blank canvas thing, I think that's kind of a cop out. The 4 minutes and 33 seconds is kind of interesting because I actually did read a lot about that before.
Was it a bunch of blank pages?
Exactly. No, the concept, I guess, is, you know, and it's kind of like an artsy, you know, explanation, which you can buy into it if you want or not. But it's what the musician is doing isn't the piece. The piece is like if you're singing it in a big concert hall. The performance is what everybody else is doing. You know, people coughing, people shuffling in their seats, you know, taking a sip of their drink if they have drinks or whatever. You know, it's all of the other sound that is the piece. So it's, I mean, I don't know, to really define that. It's one of those things that really is in the eye of the beholder. I mean, I personally think it's just gimmicky, but I don't know.
To me, that spells of like, the pet rock. Somebody thought of a way to get money out of it, or to get popularity, or get something out of it, out of like the least amount of work possible.
So?
No, I commend them for it.
Yeah, I want to do that.
Yeah, I have no problem in people trying.
Inspire me to do that, please.
Yeah. I have no problem in people trying to pull this off because, you know, golf clap, you know, you got around the system, but I'm not going to think you're an artist for it. Like,
yeah, he became a millionaire by selling people a rock in a box.
Yeah, it's like
Regardless, that's smart.
He can't call himself an inventor for that.
He just recently died. Didn't he die like a week ago?
No, but there is a term for that. Entrepreneur.
Yes.
Which is the term basically for did a bunch of shit, lucked out.
Yeah.
You know,
entrepreneur is someone who makes sound business decisions at the right time.
But like, there's, I think, a huge difference when it comes to like, you know, some people might not like, say, Monk. He did the Scream. They might think that that's kind of like, well, I would never hang that up. And it's like, yeah, but that's art, though. Like, you know, he painted a painting of a specific subject matter he was going for. It's supposed to evoke some kind of a feeling. All that, you know, it meets like all the check marks and stuff. But then this woman shoving a can of something up her vagina or whatever, that is not art. That's like, that is, you got a bunch of people that think that it's more cultured than what you would have filmed on, you know, putting up on YouTube to be funny. Like, by that rationale, why isn't Jackass art? It's performance art of self-mutilation or something. Like,
I guess some people would probably consider Jackass art.
Yeah, no, I would. Why not? I mean, that was a very, very big show. It inspired how many spin-offs for years.
Unfortunately. I mean, I like some of the Jackass stuff, but the spin-offs were never good.
Oh, yeah.
And some of that stuff was actually pretty creative. I mean, it wasn't all just like stapling your balls to something. Like, they actually had some funny skits that they did.
Yeah, but I wouldn't consider it art. It's just, entertainment.
I'd consider comedy art. And I guess that's a different debate in itself.
I don't know. See, comedy to me, that's tough. It depends on what kind of comedy, I think. Because slapstick to me isn't really art unless you have to go like so far beyond it. Like, you just take two people, one person shoves a pie in the other one's face. That's not art. That's the same as drawing a stick figure. Like, but you get somebody who's actually. I don't like slapstick at all, but I can see that there's some value to it. Like, I don't like, say, Abbott and Costello or the Three Stooges, but I can consider them like an artwork.
I fucking love the Three Stooges.
Oh, I hate
think
them.
it's great, and I like different kinds. I like highbrow comedy. I like lowbrow comedy too. It really depends. It depends on who it is and how it's performed. There's a lot of lowbrow comedy, a lot of slapstick that I don't like. Like Mr. Bean, I fucking hate Mr. Bean. I think that is the worst. Ugh, absolutely terrible. But like others, like I said, Three Stooges, I think is great. But then you get some of the more highbrow stuff, like I don't know, what would I consider highbrow comedy? Maybe Monty Python or something. What? Oh yeah, Marx Brothers. Do you guys like the Marx Brothers?
Yeah,
No,
absolutely.
Not really.
Tony says no. What the hell? Have you watched the Marx Brothers, or are you just?
I've only seen a little bit, and what I've seen I haven't really liked. But I am kind of like that with a lot of old things. Like, I'll tell right now, I fucking hate I Love Lucy.
What?
Hate it with a passion.
Oh, God, dude.
Tony.
I
All right,
do not
what-
find her in the slightest bit cute in like a funny way, cute in an attractive way, nothing. I find her annoying as all hell.
She's not even the best part of the show. It's all the surrounding characters. Desi Arnaz is fucking amazing for that awkward foreign humor, and then the Mertzes are freaking funny too.
I can't get past her. To me, that's like watching, I just posted a status yesterday or something like that about, oh man, there's another Melissa McCarthy movie. I wonder if she's going to be fat and clumsy in this one. Like, I can't get past it.
Lucille Ball wasn't fat.
No, but it's the same kind of idea. Like, something that's very basic, and that's all that is ever presented to me. Like,
So what is it?
what with Lucille Ball?
Yeah.
Loud and obnoxious.
See, I
And-
don't
and
consider,
stupid.
I don't consider Lucy loud and obnoxious.
No.
Like, I think there's a million degrees of separation between, say, Lucy and, say, Fran Drescher the nanny. Not even in the same ballpark.
Or
But-
who's that one comedian, Dane Cook? That's
Jesus.
obnoxious.
Yeah, he's the whole, like, I'm sounding stupid the way that I'm talking, and now I'm getting excited kind of a thing. And Lewis Black, too. There's a guy who just, he beat the dead horse of, I'm angry and I'm fucking pissed off, and just laugh at me being angry. It's like, that happens with too many comedians. Like, too simple. I don't know.
So who are your favorite comedians then?
I like the ones that have jokes that you have to think about it a little bit. Stephen Wright is one of my favorite ones.
I was just going to say, yeah, Stephen Wright's really good. I
He's
really
hilarious.
like Mitch Hedberg, classic.
Yeah, he was great. That whole thing with Pizza Hut takes other coupons, so he wants to open up his own pizza place that takes coupons of like, or that has coupons of like free unlimited pizzas with purchase of a small drink, not available at my pizza place.
Or buy one pizza, get a free franchise.
Yeah. Those are the kind of jokes that I love. I mean, look at a movie like, I don't know, like Naked Gun. Like, how many puns are in that movie and stuff that you can rewatch that and still go like, oh man, I didn't get that. Or like, well, yeah, any of those kind of ones that aren't like the very, very, there's two different schools of like the parody films. There's the really good ones and there's the, oh my god, awful piece of shit, don't ever watch this
God,
type.
Yeah.
You know, you've got Airplane and Naked Gun on the good side, and you've got epic movie and superhero movie and shit on the other side.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Yeah, Airplane is one of my favorite comedies of all time. I still laugh every time I watch. Certain parts of it make me laugh every time. But like you said, on the other flip side, there's things like the Wayans brothers movies, which have their moments, but it definitely seems, I don't know, dumbed down. Not that Airplane is really highbrow comedy either, but it just doesn't hit me the same way.
To me, there's more value in the "Don't call me Shirley" joke than there is in possibly anything that anybody can ever do where they slip and fall in like any situation whatsoever.
Yeah,
I think you are highly underestimating that gag.
Well, it's like one of your favorite instances of that, if you can think of any.
Well, my favorite is certainly the one from Dutch where he slips backward and his shoe goes in the air and hits him in the face.
Jesus Christ. Did I go on a real long rant or just a small one? For
You
that
went on a
one?
pretty long rant. Both before and during the show. Like you in a conversation with me privately on Facebook, you went on a rant about that.
If you guys have no idea what we're talking about, go back and listen to our Thanksgiving edition of the For Real Movie Club, because I did not like that movie Dutch. I think the parts that I liked about it were when the little kid was getting his comeuppance and stuff.
Yeah, the deal was just kicking that little kid's ass.
Yeah. Like him shooting the kid and stuff. Oh, that fireworks scene. God damn it. Just reminded me of that. That's god awful. Ugh. But I can think of sometimes where it's funny if like certain slapstick things happen. Even like Dumb and Dumber. Like, there's slapstick stuff in that I like, but
It's all about your creativeness with it. You know who is very good with the slapstick comedy like that? Is Steve Martin.
well, Steve Martin's great.
Yeah, Steve Martin's freaking hilarious.
He puts more effort into it than a lot of people.
You see good slapstick comedy in like Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, a movie we actually saw during that same For Real Movie Club.
The best part of that movie, though, I thought, was the whole when they wake up in bed next to each other, and it's just like, you see the game? Oh yeah, they're gonna go all the way. Like,
But I think the classic age of slapstick, you actually got to go back to the vaudevillian type era, where you had like the Marx Brothers and the Three Stooges and Charlie Chaplin.
see, I haven't actually seen much of Charlie Chaplin, so I can't really talk.
Oh my god, dude! There's a
positive or
movie he
negative for him.
did. It's called The Dictator, where he basically parodies Hitler. It's fucking hilarious.
I did see the speech that he does in that,
Yeah,
and that's great. That's fucking fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
But I always see that as like, the inspirational things. It's never like something funny. So it's like look at this great comedy where he's telling you like life sucks, but you gotta keep going. It's like, yeah, it's funny because it's not gonna get better. Drew, we have Drew on the line here. What's up, Drew?
Yeah, the person everyone wanted to hear the most out of everyone. Not much. What about you guys? Anything
that was a good
interesting,
joke.
cool? Are you talking about comedy jokes? Comedy. You like comedy?
You talking about them comedy jokes?
those comedy jokes.
You guys
Yeah.
talking about jokes? I love jokes.
Yeah,
Okay.
like back in 1897. Gosh.
Now, Drew, in your point of view, is comedy art?
Well, okay, I will say yes, because anything that requires you to make a show out of it and entertain others, I consider art. So I would have to go with yes. But if you look at it like that, then you have to consider TV shows, movies, music, a lot of things are art, because they're there to make you think, look, and be entertained at. So I will consider it art, yes.
So are reality shows art?
Unfortunately, yeah. So fuck you, Tony. So,
I agree. They're maybe not as advanced of a or maybe I shouldn't say advanced. Not as
They're definitely not as advanced.
well. There's actually a lot of work that goes into crafting those reality shows. It's
Some of them.
not as refined of an art, perhaps, is what the word I'm looking for.
Some of them have a lot more, You take like Big Brother, they put more effort into that than they do like, we got a group of crazy bitches, let's film them.
So are you saying something about Televivas?
We actually have been very lucky to have interviewed a number of reality television stars on this very network. You could find C.G. Thornton on old show Geek Speak, We interviewed her on, and she talked about being on, what was it, The Ultimate Gamer, I think it was she was on. We also had Chris Grant, who was the winner of USA's summer camp, and they gave a lot of information back on like what it was like to be on the sets for these reality shows and the schedules they were on and the amount of crew that actually was on set. It's actually pretty cool to hear.
Well, with Chris Grant, did he go in depth, like how, do you remember like what he was talking about? Because I haven't heard it. That interview yet, but I kind of want to go back and listen to it now. But
well, I could sit here and tell you about it, or you could go back and listen to it.
Yeah, well, I was hoping you just told me that, so I didn't have to go back and listen to it. But sure,
that's on the Daceman show, by the way. If you want to hear that interview.
Oh yeah. So Dace interview. Oh god. Oh, that's probably Gibby's there. Just going, ew!
No, actually, we put Gibby on silent for that episode.
Oh thank God. I don't know. Could it be worse than Who was that music guest that we had on back in October?
Sinatros or some shit.
Yeah, like no, he had like, God, that was so
Frank Sinatra.
That's what I thought of too, but oh god,
Bad if he's listening.
I feel bad. No, like it was okay, but like no, like he should have. I wish he would have like promoted the show because he had like 1 million followers on like Twitter when we looked him up. Like he actually had a following of some sort.
Yeah, he was a dick.
I don't want to go that far, but like. No, he gave like some of like the most basic answers. So
we're gonna get some of his followers listening to this, and they're gonna be like, "Hey, fuck you."
But it was like, oh, so what type of music is it yours? It's a bit of everything.
How are you supposed to build off that?
Okay, we'll start naming some of the everything. It's got instruments, vocals.
I felt like I had one of the fucking callers on the post show. Like, what did you think of Raw? It was good.
Okay, well, we'll see you next time.
Maybe we should like institute a policy where if somebody does that kind of thing, we just end. Just like
I'm pretty sure I have done that. The last number of callers we had like that.
So what'd you think about Raw? It was good. All right, thanks for your call.
No, he did do that before. I think he has.
I mean, like standardized. Just
I did that reverse to Patrick. He kept calling back after. See, I know how to handle Patrick, Drew.
You mean P-Rick?
You mean Prick? Yeah, you mean Prick?
What's up, P-Rick?
I hope he's listening to this.
We haven't seen Bubba from the Backwoods yet.
Oh, yeah, that's right. If Bubba starts popping up and saying a bunch of completely random stuff, we'll
I thought
definitely...
he randomly popped up one week for the post show.
He was on the post show last week.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Today. Oh, shit. That sucks. Oh, well, can't wait to hear some story about how, like, he, like, accidentally had sex with a guy in the backwoods trying to find porn.
All right.
All right, well then, yeah.
Yeah, look forward to that, too.
Yeah.
Still gotta figure out what's going on with Bubba. What the backwoods is and everything.
Bubba.
Hold on to your butt.
Have you talked about the guy who, like, did a rock bottom to his, like, 2-year-old son yet and killed him?
Nah, I figure we'll talk about that on Smack Talk.
Oh, we're actually gonna wait a week to talk about something? Oh, shit, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, fuck, man.
I actually have a note, though, from the last time that we didn't talk about something that has to do with you, Drew. I don't know why this was specifically, like, a note that needed to be brought up or whatever, but it's bifold or trifold wallet.
Oh, Jesus.
The hell is this about?
No, you and
No.
were talking about that.
No, my girlfriend, she bought me a trifold, and we had a discussion. I don't know if it was on here or what, but we talked about whether or not a bifold or a trifold was better. And
well, bifold,
that's what,
definitely.
Yeah, well,
I was gonna say, didn't we already talk about this? Or
it was on my list of like things that I needed to bring up or something.
like,
it's just a topic that's always on my mind.
it bothers me every time we don't talk about it. Man, well, we haven't done this in like a month now, so
Yeah, that's why.
you had to hold that down for a month. Shit. But no, like it was my girl. She just bought me my old wallet. It was like 10 years old and it was falling apart and it annoyed her a lot. So she
must have been so hard for her. Jeez.
yeah, I know. So
she's like, God damn it! Look at this, Drew. I know that this doesn't affect me whatsoever, but it's supposed to be.
Well, no, like, I'm trying to think, like, whenever I would, like, buy something and, like, you pull out your cards and stuff, like, but, like, the stuff that, like, holds, like, the IDs and that kind of stuff where you can see the stuff, like, the plastic in it like was torn off, so like anything could like fall out at any time. So I think she was just worried from that standpoint as well. And I like that's something that as a guy I don't really care about as much because it's a wallet, it works, so you keep on using it. But no, she bought me a trifold. Like randomly, she was on like it was like a Thursday night, and she was like, "Hey, do you want a bifold or a trifold?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" "I'm just gonna get you a trifold." I was like, "Oh, okay." And then Saturday rolled around, and she was like, "Hey, here's your new wallet." And I was like, "Oh shit, thanks." But like, I've gotten used to it. It's been a while, but I've grown to like the trifold. The wallet. I don't know if all wallets come like this now, but like the fancier ones at least. It's one of the ones where you well, not you, but it has like the lining in it, so someone like because people carry around like those scanner things and like get your number, ID number, and all that stuff when just by walking by. It now has one of those liners that are supposed to protect it. So we'll find out if that actually works. But no, I mean I guess it's cool. It just took a while to get used to, if anything.
So wait, which one did you have, and which one do you have now?
I used to have a bifold. It was like 10 years old. Like it was a piece of shit. I will give it that. But I'm a type of guy where I will use something until it absolutely doesn't work anymore. Or I'm a what would it be, a pack rack or rat or something like that? Where
Pat hacker.
Pack racker.
Green Bay Packers. What's up?
But no, it's just like I'm a hoarder essentially, where I will keep stuff even if I don't need it, I will keep stuff just in case I need to use it at a later date. Like when I was in high school, I kept a lot of work like from previous years just in case if I needed that work something, like if I can't think of something and I need it for a different class, I would keep it. I never fucking used it, but that's just the type of guy I am. So she's gonna get really fucking annoyed with that if we like get married or something stupid like that. But that's just the type well, she's kind of like it too, so I guess it's not that deep. But no, it's like I just like to keep stuff. Like I have so much random shit like from when we moved. We have so much random stuff that we have that I forgot I had, but I was like, man, I need to fucking.
And you
get rid
didn't
of
just
some
toss
shit.
it?
No, like I'm trying to think of an example because like it's been a month now and I have everything packed up away again, but we're having a garage sale. But like no, I found like some like Assassin's Creed looking sweatshirts that like I was gonna get rid of, but I never did. But like I have like a PS1 that I never knew I had. Just like in a box somewhere. Like I've never played it. I've never owned a PS1. At least I never thought I owned a PS1. But there was a box full of PS1 and a PS1 games. So I was like, shit.
Sweet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, maybe you would have played it if you would have thrown out some shit and found it.
But like no, and now I found that, but I can't find my box with my Wii U and like my fucking headset in. Like the two things I gotta need, but I'm using one of my Turbo Beach Air Forces. Shout out to Paden because he uses them sometimes. But no, because I have a different headset that I started using back in like March. I can't find that box, so it's kind of disappointing. I kind of wanted to play Mario Kart 8 because they had the new stuff, the 200cc. Have you played it, Paden, since the update?
No, I've been doing a lot of Mario Party if I ever bust out the Wii U.
Ah, shoot. Is Mario Party good?
Mario Party's awesome.
Yeah, good. I don't know. People complain that it's the same old shit, but
getting back to the topic at hand, because I think this is a very important topic, and Drew doesn't know how to stick to the facts. Trifold wallets. I actually have to make a defense for them as well. I've actually been using the same trifold wallet longer than Drew is using his old wallet.
Longer than Drew's been alive.
I will tell you how old my wallet is. My wallet is so old that it has it has a WWF logo on it.
I thought you were going to say WW2 logo.
That'd be even wilder.
Wait, there's a World War II logo?
Yeah, why not?
Cool.
Well, all right. It's a Triple H wallet. It's pretty fucking awesome. I got it at King of the Ring 2001.
That's pretty smart that Triple H has a trifold.
It's smart.
It is one of those belts one of those wallets that has like a little chain that attaches to your belt.
See, I had the Austin one.
Mm-hmm.
With the little skull on it.
Uh-huh.
I remember you bringing this up before. Yeah.
But yeah, it's fucking falling apart pretty bad. I should definitely upgrade. But I've never had a problem with it being a trifold, unless for some reason I have a lot of bills, like a lot of dollar bills or receipts or something that I'm keeping in there, which is very rare. I'm actually not a money guy. Not that I don't have money. I'm not a cash guy, I should say. I prefer using cards. And getting around to my point, trifolds support a higher number of cards.
That's true.
That is true.
So for me, where I'm carrying, my debit card, 3 or 4 different credit cards, IDs, driver's licenses, whatever else I'm carrying there, gift cards.
Multiple driver's licenses. You got this guy, you got that guy, this fake one.
Actually, I used to have 2 driver's licenses. I had my regular one, and I had a special one that I needed for driving around West Point. So suck it.
Wow, there you go.
So I have a question. Does your wallet have like that little section where you can put pictures in?
It used to. I lost that a long time ago.
Yeah,
because I had no need for it.
Mine didn't come with something like that, so I didn't know if that was just like an old thing or just like no one does that anymore because everything's digital now.
I think people have moved on from that. Your photos are in your phone.
Yeah, that is true.
See, I am a cash guy, so that screws me up with trifolds because you can only fit like 3 bills, and then you're starting to like puff out.
Yeah, I have realized. I'm more of a cash guy as well, and I have realized that with the trifold. But I'm more of a cash guy from the standpoint that at least with the money, and I know what I'm buying, I know I have the money in front of me and I can pay for it. Every time, even if I know I have enough money, I always worry that my card will randomly get declined. So that always bugs the shit out of me. Like, oh shit, is it gonna work? And I start shaking and shit. I don't start shaking, but build suspense. But you get what I'm saying.
I've never had that issue. But whatever. If I can make a suggestion to you guys, if you're going to be cash guys, money clips.
That is a good idea. Yeah, my grandpa does that actually.
I tried a money clip for a little while, and I felt too like afraid that it was just gonna fall apart or something. Like it didn't seem like structurally sound enough or like safe enough.
I saw a money clip that was made out of a batarang.
Oh, that's pretty sweet. See, the money clip that I have is an old one that my grandfather had. It's just got like a silver dollar, like as like the main plate of it, and then the back and everything. But
I feel like
if I was carrying just money, I think a money clip would be okay. But I have 100 different, like besides my driver's license, my credit cards and stuff, like loyalty cards to all the different stores and stuff that I carry around.
That stays in your wallet. And your wallet can
so you carry a wallet and a money. No, I don't. Well,
no, your wallet.
I'm not a back pocket guy.
And then your money clip can stay in your side pocket.
Nope.
And your purse. And then
I use a bifold wallet,
a satchel,
and it goes in my front right pocket. I don't put anything in my back pockets.
Yeah.
See, I'm front left.
I hate putting stuff in my back pocket. So usually when I'm carrying my wallet with me and I'm in my car and I don't have to take my wallet inside or something, I usually take a risk and I usually keep my wallet in my car. Which might be dumb.
I never do that.
I don't know. I hate having I hate going to school sitting down, and I would always keep my wallet in my back pocket. That would always bother me when I sit down. It's like, oh, I'm sitting on fucking wallet. There we go again. I don't want to put it in my front pocket because then that's gonna bug me as well. So usually when I can, I avoid carrying my wallet. I remember when I was like middle school when it was like, oh yeah, guys, check out my wallet. Look at me. Here's a picture of my ID. Where's your ID? You don't have one.
That doesn't change. I was always like that.
I used to be a back pocket wallet guy until I was 16 or something, and I lost a wallet that was in my back pocket. And ever since then, I've been super paranoid about losing a wallet.
Again, this is why I use the chain.
I could never do the chain.
I only did the chain for a little bit, and then I felt like a douche because I'm not the type of person that can pull that off.
I'm not either.
I don't really care whether I'm the kind of person that can pull it off. It protects my wallet. That's what I like it for.
So if you wear sunglasses or something, do you also have that little chain that goes around the back of them like old ladies?
No, because sunglasses are $2 a piece.
Okay, just regular.
Not if you go to a dollar store.
Exactly.
I would suggest, though, for you, Calen, so you said you had a whole bunch of rewards cards and loyalty cards and stuff like that. On smartphone, there's a thing called Keyring. And you just scan your codes, and you can take a picture of the barcode and stuff like that, and the front and the back and whatever, and it all just categorizes it. So if you got Hallmark or some shit, you just hold your phone up, and they scan that, and it works fine.
Or if you have an iPhone, it's called Passport.
Yeah, there's that. Also, there's one more thing. That's if you do have a smartphone. So, do you have a smartphone, Calen?
I do not.
See, that's an issue.
I got a rotary phone.
I have a flip phone.
Oh my god.
Fucking
like-
A, dude. You're using a bifold wallet in your front pocket with a flip phone.
I'm like 1,000 years old. Give me a break.
How old is the flip phone? How long have you had it for?
Driving a horse and buggy.
I've had this current phone that I have since like 2009 or 10.
Are you on this stream via Internet Explorer?
No.
No, are you on your dial-up with AOL? That is
Yes.
the real question. Oh, damn.
When he's
That-
looking up
that's the
topics to talk about for this episode, he's looking up.
I hate that so much. That's fun. And like the worst was if someone picked up the phone to try and call someone and it fucked up everything.
Mhm.
It ruined it every fucking time. My mom would do it, and it pissed me off so much.
That's why
I
we
read a
had two
thing-
phone lines.
I read a thing earlier today that said 2 million people, I think it was, I can't remember off the top of my head, but I think it was 2, still use AOL dial-up.
Sounds right.
And when they asked them, like, what the fuck, why? It was like 58% or something said that they're too lazy to change.
Yeah.
Like, really? That's like, I'd have to call somebody. It's like, oh,
they should.
jeez.
I don't think that should have been like the question they asked. They should have asked their age to see like if this was just old people or if this was just like 40-year-old middlemen who are just like single, just like, yeah, I'd rather not at this point. Like that, God, like just what we have now. I know I was like, I was like, let's see, I first started using the internet like when I was like 2001, 2002, when I was like 6 or 7. So like to me, it feels like so I was like, let's see, late. I guess I wasn't there for the beginning of the internet, but like God, just like the idea of dial-up now is just so fucking dumb. Like some of the shit we have now, everything's so fast,
But-
convenient.
Some people have no need for that. Some people literally all they do is go on and chat and email. And that's
Yeah.
it.
That's true.
You know, all those commercials where they're
and-
like, do you have a virus? Did this get in through your email, your electronic mail? Like,
But email, who the fuck does that still?
And something to consider about AOL. I mean, AOL, you don't know, Drew. I think it was before you probably were really conscious, but AOL was king once upon a time.
by far.
Oh, yeah.
They just dominated the ISP market. Like, everybody had it. So a lot of people still remember those days. And a lot of people are attached to their AOL email addresses.
My,
so they
my
want to keep
family has an
those.
AOL. Yeah, my family has an email.
So some people just, they like hearing you've got mail when they log in. And AOL is probably a lot cheaper than some of the other options, especially if they live like in the middle of the backwoods. Like
That's
their only
awesome.
other options might be like
Except
some
for
kind of
Bubba.
wireless type thing, and that's going to be really expensive, or maybe even just cable's expensive.
That's how Bubba gets to us through dial-up and from the back.
The backwoods.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Bubba, where's Bubba?
Is there
He's
not
sending all
anyone
those
in the
messages
chat?
through AIM.
No.
ICQ.
Oh God, I'm too young for that.
He's still downloading songs from Napster.
Oh God,
Somehow.
I
Well, maybe, Drew, you could use your internet to go back in time to check out Napster.
Yeah, that's
ooh,
true.
that reminds
Yours is
me-
on like a hyperdrive or something.
I haven't checked since last week. I'd check right now, but I'm on Skype, so I don't think I'd get an accurate thing. But I could check really quickly. see
Oh,
if
yeah.
that's
It might
up.
only be like 104 upload
Yeah.
instead of 130.
like no, that was so stupid. I don't know why. And, like no, the thing is, like I think it was just like giving me the wrong readings or something because like I haven't had like no, my internet was better than what it was when I lived in the apartment that we were in. But like no, I've had a couple issues like it would just randomly go out. But I think that was more so with the house. I think I think last night or no Wednesday night when we were doing Smack Talk and we were done, we were just chatting. I think my electricity just randomly went out. It was really weird. But
Well, that's your electricity.
yeah, so I don't know. Internet
So-
speed.
Yeah, it's not your quantum
Yeah.
entanglement fucking
Um,
modem.
Actually, it's the people that we get our internet from is the same people that we get our electricity from. It turns out, but
What?
I know what you. Yep, fun fact. Same people.
They're neighbors. Extension cords.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Yeah, yep. It's fucked up. You want to know what my my download speed is? 142 megabytes.
The fuck?
I don't want to see my upload speed.
How the fuck did you get these speeds?
Yeah, what the hell?
Okay, it's 141.91 megabytes per second. Upload is 120 something. It
Oh
looks
my
like.
god! What the fuck?
Yeah, can you just like download and back up the internet for us? If your speeds are that great, then shit.
Okay,
If your
my
speeds are that great, why does it sound like shit most of the time when you call in?
This
My-
is a
my
good
uplo-
phone.
it's microphone now, but no, my uploads. Okay, my download speed is 141. My upload speed is 143.
Jesus Christ.
I don't get this. I don't understand what is happening. I think I don't want to mess with this because I don't want those hands.
Oh yeah, don't whatever you do, don't tell them.
Yeah. Imagine that conversation though. You call up like Comcast or whatever, and you're like, "Yeah, I think that I'm paying a little bit too much. I'm only getting 140 upload." They're like, "What the fuck are you paying? Are you on like our triple gold platinum program that doesn't even exist yet? It's coming from like 2029."
My bad, guys. I'm in 2022 right now, and I don't know, but Daniel Bryan's son is actually the Intercontinental Champion at this point, but he might get injured soon. So
He's defending it more than Daniel Bryan is.
no, I think it's actually Chris Benoit's kid. Isn't Chris Benoit's kid in wrestling or something like that?
Kind of crazy that Daniel Bryan had a kid and it grew up fast enough to be wrestling by 2022.
No, 2029. Couple more years.
2029
that's like
is
14.
ridiculous.
That's what, 14 years from now?
Yeah.
14-year-old Intercontinental Champion.
Hey, by then, you don't know. We might have like these super genetic kids by then. You never know.
Probably. Either that or kids will be so crippled with emotional problems it'll be the opposite.
So wait a minute. Since Daniel Bryan is a goat, wouldn't his kid be a
Kid? What is this link?
Bad.
Speaking of kids, what is this link that you sent? X-ray shows boy from Ivory Coast smuggled to Spanish border inside a suitcase.
Yes, I don't know. It's just some random smuggling story that, these happen every day. People trying to sneak into America, but just the fact that they had this picture of an X-ray of the suitcase, and you just see like a little boy in the fetal position, crumpled up inside a suitcase.
I love how in this article they don't cover up his face at all, but they cover up like the area where his eyes are, so you can't see his eyes.
It looks like he's wearing like one of those blocks over his eyes.
Oh no! You want to know what they look like? They look like
Censorship blocks?
No, it looks like the sunglasses that if you go to the eye doctor and they dilate your eyes, like those little glasses things they give you, so you don't like hurt your eyes when you look in the sun or something like that. They look like those.
When you look at the sun,
You just leave the doctor's office and start staring at the sun. Where's it, sun? This hurts.
it doesn't hurt now that I have these though.
The first thought that I had when I saw that picture of the kid in the suitcase was like, first of all, either one, they're constantly recording when stuff goes through there, or B, it went through and they're like, what? Run that through again. I got to take a picture of this thing. Bombard him with x-rays again.
Yeah, because it definitely, like you can see on that picture to the right, there's like the frame and then like some of the floor. So it's definitely like a phone picture of the screen.
Right, yeah.
Which had to have been like, it goes by and somebody's just like, I gotta get my phone out. Like,
It's probably the security guard, and rather than like, well, I should probably check on this, they're like, hold on.
it might be a terrorist or something like that. Instead, it's like, wow, look at how all these bottles of shampoo and these T-shirts and stuff formed a little kid in here. Almost looks like a person. Click. That's odd, though. I don't know. I don't think I would ever try to pulling that off. I would assume that would be like the stupidest method you could possibly do for like getting across the country.
Oh, apparently this was into Spain.
Oh,
it's into Spain.
Yeah.
I thought it was the Spanish person going into. Well, yeah, it's the Spanish border. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Maybe they were just like, Spain's not going to check.
What a dumb American I am. I just automatically assume if someone's smuggling a border that they're coming into America.
Well, I did the exact same
This is the
thing.
only place in the world anybody's going to want to go to.
See, I didn't think that because I actually read the headline.
And I was just too busy looking at the fucking kid.
Yeah, I was definitely looking at the picture. I just saw X-ray shows boy. I'm like, what?
You ever have any weird things that happen to you in an airport?
I took a plane.
Too many planes convention?
For some reason, they like to check me for the additional screening.
I got that once.
I got that once.
But then again, I think since 2001 when they changed everything around, I think I've only flown like once or twice though. So
I've only flown 2 Florida and back for my senior trip in high school. So I don't really have any like stories. The only thing that was interesting about that, like airport wise, was the airplane that we did was like sponsored or whatever by Hooters. So it was Hooters Air. And of course, you know, we have like teachers there for like chaperones and stuff. And a bunch of us are just like, look at this, we're flying on the tit plane.
I have a couple stories from the airport. One time, like, you know that scene in, like, movies where people at the airport and, like, someone's on, like, the bag luggage area, the thing that, like moves along, and someone's, like, trying to get their bag and, like, running on it. I've seen that actually happen before, so something that I thought only happened in movies. But one time,
you left Kevin.
Pretty sure that happens all the time at every airport because I've done that.
Oh, you've actually got on the thing and ran on it to get something?
Not to get something, but just to run on it because it was fun.
No, I've never seen that. No, I've never actually seen that. But no, one time when we were in the air, it was actually last year. We were coming back from Florida, and it was the day after the How I Met Your Mother finale because, you know, fuck me and that. But it's a fun fact. But no, my brother, we had bad turbulence, and like my brother was next to me, and he was freaking the fuck out. Like, and he was like, because like, you know, when it happens, it like shakes the plane a little bit. Like, I was kind of like, yep, it's all good in the hood, you know. I trust these guys, but my brother was like, "Are we gonna die? Are we crashing?" Really loud. Everyone just looks around. He freaked, like, no, the guy in front of us started freaking out, and they had to get, like, the attendants up to him to calm him down. And I'm just like, God damn it, Blake.
Because he thought that your brother was, like, some kind of an authority on the subject.
Yeah,
hey, that kid said we're gonna die. That means we're gonna die.
Did you say your brother's name is Blake?
Blake Murphy, I know you were right.
Oh, do you have another brother?
Named Murky.
Named Murky.
Nope.
Murky White.
God damn it.
You could go home, Calen.
I am home.
Cool.
So, for anybody listening, a little reminder here. You can call into the show, 760-512-7247 or 713-955-0363 or Skype, or you can just hang out in the chat. We got Mono Apex in the chat. What's up, Mono Apex?
Mono Apex.
No, you can even call in if you're listening to this on YouTube or iTunes. Just call that number anyways and see what happens.
Just call 1-800-YouTube. You'll probably get that same woman from Google that I talked to that couldn't tell me any information about anything ever in the existence of the universe. Fuck her.
To be you, nerd.
What is that from? I'm forgetting it all the time.
Grandma's Boy.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the
Captain
cereal.
Crunch. Yeah, the Captain Crunch.
I didn't see that movie the first time, and I saw it for the first time last summer. Fun fact.
Good input, Drew.
It's a great.
I thought that was going to be the end of it. I didn't see it for the first time.
That's what I thought, too.
That was a movie that I watched just on a whim one day when I was just like, I need to watch a comedy. I'll just download fucking Grandma's Boy, sure. And I was like, God damn, this is actually pretty fucking funny. And I watched it like 3 more times that week.
It was way funnier than it had any credit being.
Yeah,
It really did.
Adam Sandler was at a bad period at that point. Like, he had really turned the deep end. Like, he was not putting out good movies. So this was coming out. It just looked like another stupid stoner film. We haven't actually had a good stoner film in a long ass time. So I didn't even bother seeing that movie for a while. Just being a hater. Had no damn good reason. Finally went and saw it. Oh my God, it's one of my favorite movies ever now. Fucking hilarious. Probably because you don't see Adam Sandler at all throughout the damn movie. It has Kevin Nash in it. Hot blonde chick. Grandma's smoking weed. Fucking hilarious movie.
No, are you talking about the girl that he like starts dating by the end of it?
Linda Cardellini.
Yeah, she's in Freaks and Geeks, and she was also Velma.
She's also in Avengers.
Oh, yeah, true story.
Hawkeye's wife, right?
Mm-hmm. Which she's still super hot.
Good for her.
She's not like that, like, 10 out of 10 supermodel, drop dead gorgeous kind of hot. She's that, like, down to earth, wow, this girl's really attractive hot.
Oh my God, and the side characters in that fucking movie. JP
is so great. I love
Not
JP.
known someone like JP.
He was really good in they just canceled it, but the show Forever, with the guy who played...
that name for the show.
Yeah. Well, it's funny, one of the creators said this could literally go on forever. We've got a bunch of different stories, and it was like, they wrapped it up pretty good, though. For a show that only did one season, I'm satisfied. But the show revolved around, I don't know how to pronounce his name. I think it's Ian Gruffud, something like that. I don't know. He was Mr. Fantastic in the 2 Fantastic Four movies that came out before. He is like an immortal, and he works as a medical examiner for the New York City Police Department. And it's like, his partner is a cop, and, she's like gorgeous and stuff and whatever. And it goes through the whole, like, they solve different crimes, and, it's a cop procedural kind of thing like that. But the guy who plays JP is his, like, medical examiner assistant. And, of course, he's, like, a fucking weirdo and stuff like that, but he's fantastic in that, too. So that actor is just good. I haven't seen him in anything else.
Yeah, I'm surprised he hasn't gotten more, because he really nailed that role. Mm-hmm. But what I would say, who here hasn't known somebody actually like that?
Right.
Yeah.
Like
wearing
JP?
the fucking trench coat and pretending like they're like super cool because they beat fucking Zelda at a certain amount or something like.
No, that is like a certain age or something like that.
Or like
Right.
listen to fucking terrible music, and then
Like-
when you say you don't like it, you would like it if you had robot ears.
Right. Yeah.
Terrible tech.
That's kind of like we were talking about with the art earlier.
Yeah. There you go. He's a good example of that. He's got that fucking that room where it's got like the weird lighting in it.
Yo, that
and
room
he's
was
sitting in the weird,
The
weird
white
chair
room?
and shit.
Yo, dude, I would love if I could like edit podcasts in a chair with like 5 monitors up around me like that.
With window looker playing in the background. Like,
That's the name of that song?
yeah.
You actually know the name of that fucking song?
Yeah, I did, because I looked it up at the time. I'm like, this can't be this for like 20 fucking minutes, can it? And it's like, that's the best part of the song.
Oh, God.
It's really, really fucking odd. I don't remember who does it, though.
You should link me that.
I
Wait,
do
which
know it's
song?
called Window Licker.
By Aphex
Window
Twin.
licker.
Yeah, Aphex Twin, that's right.
Oh, I gotta listen to it now because the name of the song is worth the listen alone.
That part of the song that is in the movie doesn't come in for like 4 minutes or something.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like a 10-minute song. Shit.
Yeah, it's long and it's just like sound effects and weird shit. Like this is like before dubstep almost. Like,
Oh yeah, if you want to see a weird video, look up the video for Window Licker. That's actually all of Aphex.
Oh, God,
all of
that's
his
really
videos
loud.
are weird.
Was that the video with the weird screaming monster?
No, that's coming
that was
Daddy. I
Come to
believe.
Daddy. Yeah.
Oh, God, that thing
sure that-
gave me the fucking creeps when I was a kid.
You sure it wasn't Bad Turbulence?
Oh, hey, we got a caller.
What?
Sweet.
Yeah.
What do we got?
That's a caller from the 404. Let's see who they are.
What's up, 404? What's your name?
No, this is Rob, man. Not much.
What's going on, Rob? What do you feel like talking about today?
Oh, man, I'm just checking to see what you guys are talking about, man. I'm just coming in.
Oh, sweet. We right now we're talking about, out of all things, the movie Grandma's Boy. You ever see that movie?
Nah, I never saw that one. I know which one you're talking about, though. Was
you
it
should
Sandler or
fucking-
somebody in that one?
Yeah, Adam Sandler's one of the producers that made the movie and stuff. A lot of his buddies are in it, like that guy that nobody knows the name of, and that other guy that
Rob
nobody knows the
Schneider
name of.
and David Spade.
Hey, Kevin Nash is in it.
Yeah, Kevin Nash is true. He's eating a couple, potato chips. We were talking earlier though about different comedies and like different artwork and stuff like that. What do you think about that, Rob? Is all comedy artwork, or is it only like the shit that's actually funny?
I don't know. That's a fine line with that, man, because comedy's so subjective. But I guess everything is an attempt at it. You know what I mean? Even if it's really bad or not funny, it's still an attempt. So yeah, I give it up to him. Like last night, I'm watching the Spartacus junk, and that boy Crixus, I think was his name, the actor. The character he played. He might be the worst actor ever at over dramatic extra acting. But man, that shit is banging, man.
I've never seen it.
Meant to be like that, but
What kind of
sure what
comedy
show you're
things?
talking about.
Check dude out.
The Spartacus show. It's on like.
It was on Stars, I think it was.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. It was like HBO or something like that. But what kind of comedy stuff do you like there, Rob?
Check dude out, man. I don't know anything, man. Anything. comedic, hey, I'm all in. You know what I'm saying? Anything.
You know what is an odd comedy that a lot of people seem to hate, a lot of people love? I just read earlier that they're going to make a TV show out of it. They're going to do a Rush Hour TV show. Wait, what do you guys think about that? Is that worth it, or did they beat that dead horse already?
Let's see, is that Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker?
Yeah, that movie. But it's not going to be Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker. It's two other
Then
people.
fuck, no, why are you doing it? Those two aren't in it.
No, of course it wouldn't be them in the show. I don't know. I never saw any of the movies. I bet they're funny, but I never saw them.
I've seen that the first one was funny. I can't recall. I know I've seen the second one, but I can't remember shit from the second one, so it mustn't have been that good.
Yeah, it wasn't good. But I mean, just think about that, man. Nick Nolte and Eddie Murphy with 48 Hours. They just made a blueprint for everybody to follow and make a bunch of horrible movies like that that are kind of similar. But 48 Hours was good, though.
Oh, yeah, that was classic,
You know
man.
what I
That
mean?
was awesome.
But, yeah.
I like the first 47 better.
Shut up, Tony.
Shut up, Tony.
Hey, Rob thought it was
So they
funny.
remake that movie over and over again.
First time you heard the joke. Everyone thinks it's funny the first time. It's the second, the third, and the fourth that it gets fucking annoying.
Oh, yeah, stand out. That's what we said like 10 more times by the
No,
end.
check it out. They're doing it with women now, too, because they make the movie now with
Oh, God.
Not with
Sarah
women.
Chick and some other ladies.
Oh, God.
They're doing Ghostbusters with women, too, aren't
Yeah.
they?
Next thing you know, they're going to let them vote.
Oh, man, I am not into this Ghostbusters movie.
I don't know. Well, women are like puzzles because before 1918 they didn't have the right to vote, and puzzles still don't. So, fun fact for you.
Thanks, Drew.
What?
Yeah.
Rob, you got an insult for Drew?
Nah, man, I got nothing, man. I'm just, like I said, I'm just checking the show out, see what you guys are talking about, man.
Oh, it's cool to have you checking it out, man. Thanks for popping on board. You got the chat going on if you want to join in on the chat?
Nah, I'm watching the game, too, so.
All right, you watching Clippers Houston?
Yeah.
Did you see the first? Did you see Bulls Cavs?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Did you see that? Oh, did you see
Whole
that
bar
Derrick
cleared
Rose?
out.
Just gonna name a bunch of games now.
Oh, yeah.
Well, no,
He
you
cleared
mentioned
out
it.
the bar. Yeah, he cleared out the bar I was at. Everybody left. People were upset, man. A whole bunch of new Cleveland fans, and they were upset.
Nothing.
Wait, so where are you from? Are you from Cleveland?
No, I'm from Chicago.
Oh, okay. So you're a Bulls fan. Okay. So you're I bet you were happy with that shot at the end. Friggin' lucky backboards.
Oh, yeah. Good stuff, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For
man,
you guys,
luck is luck. It is what it is, man.
Yeah.
Still count.
no, for you guys that don't know, the Bulls beat the Cavaliers because their Derrick Rose, who's the point guard on the Bulls, just got made a lucky ass bank shot to win the game. So fun fact.
Hold on to your butt.
Exactly, that's riveting information. Yes,
But what do you guys normally talk about? You guys are just like comedy film guys, or like what do you guys usually talk about?
Oh, this.
Well-
You go ahead, Tony.
Yeah, the premise of this particular podcast, we have a whole bunch of different ones we do on a bunch of different websites, but this one has no actual concept. This one is just, we get together and we just bullshit for a while, and we kind of let everybody else dictate what we're going to talk about. If somebody brings up a subject matter, they want to pick our brains about something. We got a couple people, the last callers, they just kept wanting us to talk about porn, so about half of that's like trying to find porn in the woods and shit like that. But, you know, it's sort of whatever happens. Something bad happened in that day that we want to vent about, then we end up making fun of that and stuff, you know.
Okay, well, I got something. Okay, was it comedy to draw pictures of Muhammad and then get the ire of those people to drive all the way down there and kick off a gunfight?
Oh. Ooh.
I can see some comedic value in it, but it's really pushing it.
I never saw the actual comics, so I can't say whether it's comedy or not. South Park did something very similar where they portrayed Muhammad too. I thought that was funny.
Yeah, but then I have to like censor something with it.
The second time they did. The first
Yeah.
time they had him show no problem. But the second time they did the episode, they censored him, which was the joke itself, was that they censored him after all that.
Oh, yeah, I remember
Yeah.
that episode. That was like 2005-ish, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Sure, I'm bad with dates, but I don't know. I mean, comedy more often than not actually is hurtful to somebody. It almost, like I said, always is at somebody's expense. It just depends on how far it's going over the line with them, whether it's just a crack about a ugly shirt that they're wearing, or maybe it's about somebody's weight, or maybe it's about their God. I mean, it depends on how far you want to go with it, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Always a sketchy one there. I would just hate to be somebody who passed away and my family has to explain that I died because I wanted to tell a joke.
Right.
I don't know.
They're like, but listen, it was a good joke. Like, just kind of defending it.
Well, does it make it better if it's a good joke or if it's a bad joke?
I would think it'd be better to get killed for a good joke, because you at least, like, you can get credit for it afterward. Like, well, he went out in a blaze of glory. If it was, like, a bad joke, then it's like, oh, man, that wasn't even funny. Like,
At that point, it's like, God damn, why'd you even make the joke?
mm-hmm.
Seriously.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. You can't please
Indeed,
everyone
indeed.
nowadays.
Yeah, true. But either way, man, I'll go ahead and hold it down, man. I'm listening and watching this game, man. But good job, fellas.
Thanks for calling in, Rob.
Yeah, good talking to you, man.
All right.
That's what happens on the All Talk Show, everybody. We talk about all things. We're going to talk about Mohammad and risk the idea that somebody wants to kill us, and then we'll talk about Mohammad. That was a little excerpt from Aphex Twin. Mono Apex has a little question for us in the chat. Ooh. Did anyone watch Mick Foley's Cheap Pops? I still haven't checked that out yet.
No, I have not.
I haven't watched the Roman Reigns thing yet either. I haven't watched the E60 thing. I actually just caught up on Monday's episode of Gotham.
God, Tony, are you even a wrestling fan at this point?
I haven't even watched this week's Raw yet.
Dude, it's just fuck. Dude, it was actually the best episode they've probably had all year.
Paden's still back when back in the Triple H WWF era.
Yeah,
His wallet.
Well, dude, I'm at like 2029 now, and shit, it gets way worse by then. So it's not even wrestling at this point; it's robots.
Well, at that point, they've got
awesome.
They've got 14-year-old Intercontinental Champions.
You know what? That probably is the future, because there already is a show where there's like wrestling robots, and it's hosted by Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho invented the new form of wrestling, you guys.
What was it? Wait, is it Chris Jericho or was it Stone Cold?
No, it's Chris Jericho.
Oh, okay.
This bot is made out of 1,004 parts, number one.
God damn it, Chris. See, he doesn't dabble in anything. He goes all out, and fuck me, what does he not do at this point?
Did you guys ever watch that, like, BattleBots? I think that was the original
one. Oh,
one.
I love that show, yeah.
That was great.
So it was awesome.
There was always, like, a couple that you'd have to root for, and it would be like, the one with the hammer, and the one with the saw, and whatever, and it's like...
Toro was the best.
Which one was Toro? The one that flipped him?
Toro was the one that flipped him. And he had...
Yeah, I like that.
And the guy who made Toro had, like, cousins in different weight classes that were based off Toro because of how good he was in season 1. So he made, like, a bigger version of Toro and a smaller version of Toro. It was awesome. That guy just kicked their ass. And that show was great because it had a lot of, like, already popular scientists and future scientists to be, like Bill Nye and the Mythbusters dudes.
Yep.
Let's see. This one looks familiar. Toe Crusher. Looks like it's just a little ramp and a fucking, like, hammer at the end. Yeah, I like the ones that had, like, giant saws and the crazier shit. I never liked the ones that all they wanted to do was flip.
Did you guys know they're making a 6th season of BattleBots that's going to be on ABC?
I heard they are bringing it back.
Yep, it's premieres June 21st of 2015, so next month.
Well, there was also a spin-off called Robot... Well, it wasn't a spin-off, but it was a different version of it called Robot Warriors. Robot Wars, sorry. Actually, I think was better. Like, they actually had more advanced robots that had, like, flamethrowers and shit on them.
It's getting to the point where there's just, like, nukes and shit.
It's just...
Carrying around a fucking 9mm.
Yeah, look at this fucking bot I'm sending you here. It's got like it has a head that looks like something out of fucking like
Flames
Terminator.
coming out of it.
It's got like a spear. It's got like spikes on its back.
It's
It looks
somebody
like it has a
took
gun. It looks like it has a gun in the bottom of it. Look at it.
yeah, somebody took Super Shredder's helmet and just added weapons to it. That's really like unnecessary. Just we got this one spike. Let's add 8 more spikes before we add this big other spike.
Now,
That fucking
to me,
torch.
that picture, it looks like it's not like shooting flames at its enemy. It looks like it's actually like on fire, like another person put it on fire. Is that what's going on there?
Maybe, and its name is Sir Kill-A-Lot.
I think it's an intimidation factor.
Okay.
This robot's on fire.
Put fire in the middle of your robot. It would only hurt yourself.
That way nobody wants to come close to flipping it.
Now I remember this robot. This robot was like the executioner that would come out if a robot like wasn't fighting, like, you know, if it was like cowering back and wasn't fighting properly, or if it was cheating, or if it died in the middle of the fight and couldn't continue. That thing would come out and just fucking destroy it. That was like the best thing that could happen in a fight. It was if one of the bots just like stopped working and this thing would come out and just completely mutilate it.
I don't
Yeah,
remember
it looks-
that one.
that
What
looks
channel
pretty
was that
threatening.
one on?
Ooh, Discovery maybe? No, was that? No, BattleBots. No, BattleBots was on like Comedy Central.
Yeah,
Spike?
BattleBots. I remember BattleBots, but this other one was...
This one must have been Discovery.
Okay.
Wasn't one of them on Spike?
Maybe.
Or was that like another spin-off?
I think that's where BattleBots went after they left Comedy Central.
That could be. If only there were a way to look that up.
Mono Apex says the other's called the Big Nipper.
The Big Nipper Robot Wars. Oh yeah, look at that thing. It looks like a earwig or something.
Oh God.
That's weird that they would put that on Comedy Central, though.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, unless they were the ones that came up with it.
They were experimenting with that kind of stuff. You know who's like really, really into this? Is Bill Nye. He is like has this strange obsession with robot battling. It's like,
Well, he's a science guy. I mean,
but he is. But I mean, like on his off time when he's not like doing crazy science stuff, he's doing this crazy science stuff.
I can see him doing that. Like, he's just like tinkering around like a mad scientist trying to build like the best version of Sir Kill-A-Lot.
No. It's not even in participating. It's in watching.
Oh, he doesn't do any of it?
No, well, he hosted BattleBots. He was one of the hosts, or no, he was like the expert guy they talked to, like on the sides. But he never actually fought. He was one of the hosts on the show.
Wonder why he doesn't participate.
Probably because he would make too good of a robot and destroy everybody.
Yes.
He builds a robot, suddenly there's a black hole, and he's like, oh, fuck.
Dude, Bill Nye is the fucking guy. He's awesome.
Somehow I outdid CERN.
You know, like, he has like the weirdest, like, awesome bow ties as well. And that's what really makes him fucking awesome. The goddamn bow ties.
I don't know. If I'm thinking bow ties, I'm thinking Glenn Hurricane Schwartz.
Ah, you think Bill Nye? That's how you roll.
What's Razor? That sounds familiar.
Look at this guy. He just like puts you up onto his little ramp, and then he has this giant claw that just impales into you. It's like, what do you do when that thing gets a hold of you? Nothing.
I like how none of these have any practical use
Yeah, no.
whatsoever.
They can't do anything to help anyone in real life, but hey, it kills other robots, so that's cool.
Like, they can't even be like a deconstruction project thing. Like, well, you know what? We gotta make sure that the sound, the walls are messed up, and we gotta, when they take like dynamite and take down a building because it's like going to collapse. You can't even send in Sir Kill-A-Lot. Maybe you can send in that executioner one. Tear down buildings. Fuck, I'd watch that. Why not?
I would love to see Sir Kill-A-Lot try to take apart a building. I bet he could do it. Just shoot his flamethrower out at it. Burn it down.
We got another person popping up in the chat here. Fred Herbert Bell Bunch.
Oh,
Hope I'm
God.
pronouncing that correctly. What's up, Fred? Thanks for joining us.
Did we ever talk about Robot Wars? Because that was a TV show, I believe.
You mean the one that we've just been talking about?
I know
No,
what.
I thought we were talking about BattleBots. I didn't know if we brought up Robot Wars at all.
We're just talking about all of them.
Oh, okay.
All the links that Paden's been sending have been Robot Wars.
Nah, because I just remember, like, with that, like, with each season, they didn't go by seasons. They called them, like, the first war and the second war. And
So I want to talk about why I prefer a trifold wallet over a bifold wallet.
We have any discussion about comedy on this show?
So, Tony, do you like the Marx Brothers?
There is an odd. If we're talking about what's comedy and stuff. BattleBots, like, is that comedy?
No,
I mean, it's kind of funny, but like,
just because it's on Comedy Central, I don't think means it needs to be comedy. It could be quirky. I think that could have a fitting spot on their lineup. I mean, shit, does everything MTV have on it these days?
Well,
Music?
does
Is
anything
on it?
Nothing is nowadays. Oh my god, Mick Foley hosted this robot show. Holy shit.
What, Robot Wars?
Yep.
Really? Must have been one of the later seasons.
Yeah, and, let's see. The original Robot Wars was in BBC shit, and it looks like they made a US one on TNN, and it was hosted by Mick Foley and Rebecca Grant. So, fun fact.
Well, I'll be damned.
Mick Foley seems like the type of guy who would host a show like this, so it makes sense. He's fucking hosted like everything at this point.
Yep.
yeah, everything.
Yeah.
That's so odd, though. Like, I don't know. There was a weird time in Comedy Central where, like, I watched the old BattleBots. I thought that was interesting and stuff, but at the same time, they ran through a lot of bad programming. Like, what the hell was the name of that one show? That the older women. It was a British one.
Absolutely
Absolutely
fabulous.
fabulous.
I think that might be it. I never saw a single thing of it because it just seemed like it was.
Well, that was before. That's when they were still
horrendous.
running syndicated shows. Like they weren't doing original programming at that point. That wasn't a Comedy Central show. That's a BBC show.
No, but I mean, even that though, it was like that was one of the things that they promoted a lot, and I was just like, "There's no way."
Well, it's popular. It's still popular. People still love that. That show's still running, dude.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy. They had that "That's My Bush" show.
Oh, that show was great.
I like
Oh,
that. Show.
I didn't like that.
And then they
I
also
like
had the other one, Little Bush,
Yep.
which was also hilarious.
That's the cartoon, right?
Dude, That's My Bush was made by the South Park guys.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
fucking hate it.
Yeah.
I don't remember liking it.
Well, you should fucking rewatch it because it's hilarious.
I know another one that I never liked: Strangers with Candy.
What? That show is hilarious. Are you fucking... Oh my god, dude, go back and watch these shows because I think you're just remembering some like depressed part of your life where you watch these shows, and if you watch them now, you're gonna see how great they were.
I have Strangers
Even
with Candy on DVD. I liked it that much. I bought it. Same thing with Upright Citizens Brigade, which they used to have those back-to-back on Monday nights on Comedy Central.
I do remember checking out Upright Citizens Brigade and liking that.
As you should have.
I don't remember liking Stella.
I don't remember. Was that the
I
black
didn't really-
chick?
That was Michael
Ian
Black.
Black. Yeah. I wasn't really crazy about it.
Michael.
That other show that he did too was Michael something. It was like two Michaels.
Yep.
That was shit.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
Yeah.
Michael and Michael talk about garbage and waste your time or something.
Oh, this Stella from 2005. No wonder why I don't remember it.
There was a good time period though where it was like lots of misses and only a couple hits. I used to like that game show that they did, the Beat the Geeks.
I love that show. I thought
That was good.
great.
I like that. Where it was like, well, we've got our special geek this week is like the Star Wars geek, and he knows like everything about Star Wars. Let's try to beat him and stuff. Like that was funny and make me laugh. That was a pretty good show. Comedians come up and they have to make somebody laugh. Like yeah, that's kind of
My
what.
favorite part about Beat the Geeks was the one guy who looked like Meatloaf.
Yeah. The TV geek, right?
I think so, yeah.
I think it was the TV geek because I think the movie guy had the long scraggly hair.
Yep.
No, I think that was the music guy.
Yeah, that was the music guy.
Of course, the music guy's got to have the rock and roller hair.
Let's see here. I gotta look up these people now. Yeah, so there was the meatloaf guy, the scraggly hair guy, the guy with the glasses, and the other guy with the scraggly hair.
You know what they had a lot of misses of was like when they tried to give comedian shows, they had a long run of those that were really bad. Like when they gave Carlos Mencia a show.
Oh, I hate that.
I don't know. Whenever they give a comedian a show, it never turns out to be good.
Dave Chappelle.
Good point.
Yeah, Chappelle show was good.
Yeah, like Seinfeld.
Just shut up.
Try to look up old programs, see if anything stands out to me.
Or are we talking only Comedy Central?
I'm looking up only Comedy Central.
Yeah.
Right now.
Well, no, like, fucking, I remember when they gave Jeff Dunham a show, and, like, the first episode of that was, like, the highest rated show Comedy Central ever done, and that show didn't even last out of the first season.
Let's see here. Dr. Katz was a good show. I like that.
Wasn't
Yeah,
that a
I like
syndicated show too, though? That was an original show for them, was it?
It might have been. It might have started there. Let's see. Yeah, originally ran Comedy Central.
Oh, there you go.
1995. Wow, 95.
Yeah.
God damn. That was a good one, though. But then there you got Crodman Dune and the Flaming Sword of Fire. Ugh, God, no. Sports show with Norm Macdonald. I don't remember checking that out, though, but I like Norm Macdonald.
I actually did watch that just because I liked Norm Macdonald, and I liked it, even though I had no idea what the fuck he was talking about half the time.
Yeah. I could see that being the same case for me. Because Norm's funny, but I don't know shit about sports. So.
Crank Yankers, that was a great show.
Oh, I love Crank Yankers.
Man Show was really good
Well,
at the beginning
first
of it.
The first run.
Yeah. When they replaced the cast, that was terrible. But
Oh.
that Man Show boy was fucking hilarious.
Yo, Tough Crowd with Colin Quinn.
Oh, that was great.
Very
Yeah, I like
underrated
that
show.
So underrated. Colin Quinn, too. I mean, he gets a bad rep for, like, so many things. He was great on Weekend Update.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say great, but he was adequate.
He's in the upper echelon of it, I would say.
I wouldn't say he's the best.
He's not.
I like Norm
Yeah,
Macdonald
he's no
better.
Norm Macdonald or Kevin Nealon, but he's up there.
Best is how Norm Macdonald just starts off. This is the fake news. Hey, fuck this segment.
Oh shit! Primetime Glick.
Oh, no.
I did not like that one. No.
Really?
No. I don't think there's ever been anything where somebody's in a fat suit that I've liked.
What about Weird
Ever like
Al's
the Eddie
Fat?
Murphy things? Okay, you got me there.
Yeah.
Strip Mall, I don't remember liking that. Oh, Trigger Happy TV was good.
I like that
prank
one. That was a
TV
British
show.
one, yeah.
I liked how he would grab that giant cell phone and go into like a library. Hello! I'm on the telephone!
In fact, every time I hear that, I think that might be the default Motorola ringtone or whatever. Every time I hear that, I still think of that show. The hello! Doodle-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Nokia.
Nokia. Yeah,
Here's
there
the
we go.
TV.
Nokia phones.
Yep.
Here's the TV show that I could never decide if I liked or didn't like. When Ben Stein's Money.
Oh, that show was great.
I love that show, yeah.
I never really like sunk into it,
That's-
but I would watch it a lot.
That show made Jimmy Kimmel for me.
Yeah.
That is true. Man Show did more for Jimmy Kimmel to me than that one did, but that is where he got like the majority of his start.
This one is one that I think is very controversial. Well, maybe not controversial, but people either like it or they don't. Insomniac. David Tell.
It had its moments.
That was an odd one.
I enjoyed watching it. I can't say that I was like, oh, this show's so fucking amazing, but like if it was on, like I'd watch it and enjoy it.
David Tell was a guy that, like, if he wasn't trying to be creepy, then I usually found him funny. But if it was just like, well, we were talking to this burlesque person, and isn't that weird? Look at these tattoos and these boobs, then I didn't get it, Well, I got it, I just didn't like it. Out of all these, though, the best one, fucking Clerks, the animated series, is listed on here. God, that show was so good.
Oh, yeah, I love that one. That's another one that I bought on DVD because I liked it so much.
Oh, Drawn Together. That was a good one.
Didn't like that one.
Oh, you should fucking watch it again. Again, this is a fucking fantastic show you're missing out on.
There's a lot of these I don't remember existing at all. Versus?
I remember Versus.
Viva Variety, The Vacant Lot.
You remember Viva Variety?
Vacant.
Viva Variety was good.
I remember Viva Variety. They had these guys who played the steel drums with their balls. Like they
Viva Variety was the Reno 911 guys, mostly.
What the hell's Let's Bowl?
a show where they bowled.
Where they all had bowl cuts?
No, they bowled.
Make Me Laugh, Mashup. Let's see. Michael and Michael Have Issues. That was that Michael one I was trying to think of before. Oh, and there was one Naked Trucker and T-Bone's show. That immediately was just like not giving it a chance.
No idea.
Yeah, no.
Oh, Kid Notorious. This is the show I was trying to remember the name of for fucking ever. Do you remember this show?
No.
Kid Notorious. It was about the producer who made the third Godfather movie. Or no, the first two Godfather movies.
Robert Evans?
Robert Evans, yeah.
Roger Evans?
Robert Evans.
Robert Evans?
Yeah. It was basically like Robert Evans where he's going around Hollywood being a badass. And he's like, basically it's like a predecessor to Archer, I would say.
Wow, yeah, I really don't remember a lot of these. The Graham Norton Effect. A lot of these are like the guy and then something. The Jesselnick Offensive.
I love that show.
Those
I
are-
think he's funny.
Those are shows that are based on comedians. You know, they just, like, here, we give this comedian a show.
I mean, instead of just being like the Sarah Silverman program or like the Jeff Dunham show, it's like the Jesselnick Offensive, the whatever, you know. Oh, the Gong Show with David Tell. I remember that one.
My friend would be upset with me if I did not mention I'm with Busey.
Yeah, that was an odd one.
Well, it was Gary Busey, of course it was.
Yeah.
Fucking God. I mean, Gary Busey's just one of those guys. You just get to see a look into his mind, and it's just incredible. Like, he just is like his character in fucking Black Sheep.
Just don't forget your toothbrush.
It was a game show where, like, they would randomly send people on vacations.
Huh.
So you had to go to the game show with your toothbrush because you never know when you might just be... Because you would leave for your vacation, like, right there.
Sounds hilarious. Chocolate News, I remember not liking that.
That didn't last very long.
Chocolate.
that's-
See now
weird.
looking at their syndicated program, there's even more good stuff here. You got like Kids in the Hall, Married with Children, The Critic, Duck Man,
Critic is so good.
Soap. Oh man, I love Soap.
Shampoo's better.
Monty Python's Flying Circus.
Police Squad, is that like based off the Naked Gun series?
Yep.
Nice.
I think they only made 6 episodes, right? Or something. What was it? Let me look it up. Police Squad.
Oh wait, that's how it first started.
yeah,
Yeah, I
6
forgot about
episodes.
that. Yeah. Because it's Naked Gun from the files of Police Squad.
Mm-hmm.
That makes much more sense.
Yeah, that one did not last long at all.
Works better as a movie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Such a good movie too. God damn, that movie makes me laugh so hard. Like the simplest jokes in that, like when they're leaving the movie theater and they're cracking up, and it's fucking Platoon. That's so great. Oh man.
Oh, I didn't even see the movies down here. The Hebrew Hammer.
What?
You ever see the Hebrew Hammer? It was
No.
Yeah,
It
I
was,
saw that
it
one.
was a movie about like a superhero that's Jewish.
I don't know, it's a weird channel. I mean, I used to watch Comedy Central a whole lot, like especially like in the middle of the day when they were running Comedy Central Presents and stuff. That was like the best. But I barely watch TV anymore. So
Yeah, I
never
really
get
don't
a
watch
chance.
TV at all anyway, either. So
All the TV I watch, I just like, you know, check it out on like Netflix or stream
Yeah,
it somewhere.
same here.
It's so much easier. Like I can't just, well, I got to make sure that I'm home at this certain time to watch this, or I gotta, you know, now that it's a commercial, let me go to the fucking bathroom and stuff. Like I don't want to deal with that.
You know what the problem is that there's no good light shows anymore. Every show that you want to watch these days requires a fucking commitment. You need
That's
to
true.
see every fucking episode in order without turning your attention away for 1 minute to look at your phone or get something to eat or take a shit. You need to see every fucking second, because if you don't, you're going to be fucking lost.
Even the comedies. Look at How I Met Your Mother. They were referencing shit from the first episode in the last episode. Like,
Well, to be fair, that was the last episode. You had to know that they were going to do callbacks
Well,
like that.
throughout the entire season.
I will give you that.
Like-
Yeah, throughout that last season, fuck. Like, if you totally forgot about the slapsticking stuff, yeah, that whole fucking episode, you were out of a loop for the most part.
Yeah, I mean, that show got to a point where they took one episode of what happened with the pineapple and it became one of the icons of the TV series.
Yes.
You can summarize How I Met Your Mother with a blue French horn and a yellow umbrella and a pineapple. And red boots.
Well, yeah, very cowboy boots. That's very important,
Pull them
Tony. Well, can you pull them off? Because you are Ted Mosby, apparently.
I probably could. I don't know. Could pull off a pink shirt.
I mean, fuck, if you can pull off that, you might as well pull off Pringles. I don't know. I feel like I don't watch too many cartoons nowadays, but I feel like those might be getting to a point now, like Paden said, where you have to like watch every episode to get it. Like Teen Titans Go!
Teen Titans Go! Well, even the fucking Young Justice TV show, they canceled that after the second season, which was like bullshit because it was actually kind of good, but that show was another one where it was like, you had to pay attention to the little text on the screen that said what location they were at, because you might get confused. It'd be like, well, no, they're in Hong Kong in this part. And it's like, little kids aren't going to pay attention to that. They're going to look at, well, Robin's fighting somebody. That's fun. And it's like, but you don't get the full story unless you're paying attention to the fact that it's Hong Kong at 2 a.m. Like, it's a lot of commitment, like you were saying, Paden, but in a way that's kind of good, because it's like they put a lot more effort into it. But it is kind of a shame you can't just jump right in.
It's not like Seinfeld.
Well, even something like Simpsons, like you could jump into that back in the day, or Family Guy.
You can still do that now. You can still do that now. Mm-hmm. The only time where you might not get Family Guy is when like that couple episodes break they did where Brian was killed.
But like when they do references to like the chicken, they're not as funny unless you've already seen the chicken a bunch of times.
Yeah.
I wonder how long it's going to take before we get to all just streaming.
And then no television?
I think terrestrial TV will kind of always be a thing. I don't think it'll completely go away.
I don't know. I don't think that a lot of like the TV and movie things are going to stick around.
There's no way coaxial is going to be able to support everything for too much longer. They're eventually going to have to go to something else, and it would be intelligent to do it through your Ethernet port. So at that point, it's going to go to that.
It'll probably just be like a subscription for entertainment at some point. Like, you've got, you can download movies, you can do like Netflix TV shows, you can have subscriptions to YouTube channels.
Well, that's exactly
Hulu
what they're trying to do, but that's what people are fighting against.
Yeah. But then you got the cable companies and stuff that they don't want to be a part of anything.
Yeah, I know.
No, they're trying to do exactly what you said. They're trying to make different packages, and you build your own stuff, and you pay for each thing.
Well, there's the classification of like a utility and stuff too.
That's the other side of the fight. What I'm saying is that cable companies are trying to make it like what you're saying, but it's being opposed by the general public.
I think you can accomplish both. I think there's a way to find a happy medium.
Oh, there is. Definitely is.
And you know what? I don't, like, in any situation, I don't trust the cable companies and stuff for the most part. I mean, there was another thing that just came out where Verizon was trying to sell this guy 50 megabytes was not good enough to stream Netflix. He should go up to 75. And it was like, oh, come on. A month ago, you were telling people, well, you only need 3.5, and then that's fine, and you shouldn't bitch and complain. But if you want to pay us for it, oh, well, then you definitely need it. Like, and God, we could go on for days and days about how horrible Comcast is, but like, it would be good if they just figured out a way to make it where, like, it was a utility, it was classified and regulated in that way, but it was like a subscription service based off of general entertainment, and it was like an a la carte kind of thing. You could just order whatever you want. You don't have to get anything extra. You pay for what you do, and that's it. That's the best way to go, I think.
If that were the case, I might actually get some of it, because we don't have cable. There's no point to it in my eyes. The only thing that I really watch is, we were talking about Comedy Central, is a couple of things on Comedy Central. When there's new South Parks, I like to watch those. I was watching Colbert all the time, but that's over now. And really the only things that I would really watch like on cable was Breaking Bad, and I would always go over to my mom's house and watch that. And let's see, Dexter, same thing. So there's not really a whole lot that I'm really super into. Like, I don't watch Walking Dead or anything like that.
No, Walking Dead to me is one of the most overhyped shows. I'm not going to say it's overrated, but it's way overhyped in my eyes, at least. I don't know. I'm just fucking done with zombies. Because that just annoys the shit out of me now.
Yeah. I think though, if I could pay a subscription, like, $4 or $5 a month just for Comedy Central, I would probably do that. Yeah. I don't want to pay, I don't even know how much cable is. It's fucking expensive.
Overpriced, whatever.
Yeah. I'm not going to pay that for, a bunch of shit I'm never going to use. So
see, the thing is, when I watch, there's only a certain amount of, because I still watch TV on occasion. There's not very many TV shows I'm into now, but most of the time I never watch anything live because I'm always busy. If I ever get free time, I only use DVR, and I set something to record it, and then I'll watch it back. I did that with essentially the entire all of Better Call Saul. I always saw like 2 episodes of the first season live. Everything else was DVR'd because I could never watch it because it was always on during Monday Night Raw for the most part. And then,
remember how much of a bitch it was before DVR?
Oh yeah,
it was like, well, I got the blank tape in, and
yeah, exactly, yeah. I remember doing that for shows because it sucked, and it for me, I know you guys dealt with it a lot more than I did because, I only did that on a few separate occasions for the most part because I think we got some sort of DVR in 2005, but I remember that being like you only get like 24 hours worth of stuff on it, so that was like the very beginning of it, so you didn't get much at all. And that was when TiVo was very popular. Look how that faded out because everything else offered the same exact thing.
So you had to start somewhere.
Exactly. So
I do think it's funny though that if you play back old tapes that I have, there's where we didn't rewind it all the way and stuff. So the very beginning will be like a split second of RoboCop, and then it'll go to a commercial for McDonald's, and then it'll go into a cartoon of I don't know, fucking Barbie shit or something, and then it'll go into
so Tony, do you want to
The Godfather.
do you want to explain yourself about the Barbie stuff?
I have a sister.
Sure you do.
The end.
I think it's a lie, apparently.
But you get to see those old commercials that you didn't want to skip past because you couldn't just stop it and keep recording any crap. You got those commercials in there. That's it.
Oh, hey, we got a question in the chat that I know is going to give us a lot of conversation.
What's this? Let's see here. Mono Apex says, "What sports besides football, hockey, and basketball do you watch?"
Oh God.
I check out tennis. I check out.
I'm actually a big fan of ostrich racing.
What the fuck
You gotta love ostrich racing.
ostracizing.
Sure.
Yeah, the World Series of curling and the fencing masters.
They probably do have a fencing masters.
I was thinking about checking out this pro wrestling thing.
Isn't that fake?
That's not a sport.
I don't know. Does BattleBots count?
Bill Nye's like, I watch that. None.
Yeah, I don't watch any sports.
You could even include those 3, and it still would be the same answer.
Yeah.
I've seen 1 football game this entire year. I've seen 0 anything else.
More than I have.
Yeah, I've watched way more than you guys did.
Yeah, well, you know what? Out of watching that entire Super Bowl, the only thing that was interesting was the last 5 minutes of it, when it was this team's gonna win. Nah, this team's gonna win. Nah, just kidding.
It was a good.
The whole
Super
rest of it
Bowl.
was blah.
I don't know. It was that was actually one of the best Super Bowls ever when it came to actual
Really?
game. Yeah. Well, because of how dramatic it was. Well, it was a close game throughout, but it was just how dramatic that last few minutes was. It's going to go down as one of the most memorable Super Bowls just by that last play alone. But no, yeah, it was definitely one of the best Super Bowls ever.
And people would be like, "Do you remember that Super Bowl?" And I'd be like, "Is that the one with that stupid Katy Perry thing with the Sharks?"
Oh no, dude! That Katy Perry thing was fucking awesome. I don't care. That might be stupid to you guys, but I think I'm young enough to where that's fucking awesome.
Sharks.
Well, I'm more a part of the. Well, I know
You kids today with your shark costumes.
I know, Tony, you don't like Twitter, and Paden, Calen, are you guys big into Twitter, that kind of stuff?
Nope.
Only as much as I need to be.
Yeah, I don't know. I've always looked at Twitter as something. Okay, I'll just scroll through, pass time, It's just I think I'm going to be a part of that generation where stuff like that's fucking awesome to me.
The fuck does it have to do with Twitter?
I think it's a generation gap. That's what I was trying to allude to, if anything. Kind of like how, I don't know, younger people use Twitter more than older people.
Drew, I hate to break it to you.
Yeah.
Twitter ain't the it thing anymore.
I know it's not.
So
but
you're fucking behind the times.
I don't even know what. Wait, what would you say the it thing is now? Yeah, exactly. Then how can you say it? Is it when you don't have the alternative?
Well, no, it's tough because I would say Snapchat, but I feel like that's fading out too.
Oh, Snapchat's
Sexting.
fading out, yeah. No, Snapchat's fading out now because they added that weird thing where you can, like, go to articles on it, which I think is weird as shit. It's, like, becoming a news tablet. Oh, they added this thing where they have, like, a bunch of, like, Cosmo, ESPN, CNN, just random things you can tap on, and they have, like, random, like, articles you can read on it.
Oh, is that the thing that I keep hiding?
Sure.
Where it says, like, you know, hide story or something? It's like a sponsored post kind of thing.
Sure.
I don't know. The only thing I ever get on Snapchat is, like, a picture of, I don't know, Dace doing something stupid or, like, Dane filming Rusev's entrance or something like, yeah.
I love when I randomly get a Snapchat from you because 9 times out of 10, I always laugh because it's something like how you
I'm
can't
in a
sleep
goofy fucking mood or,
No,
like, a pissed off mood or something.
No, that or like how you can't sleep at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon because that's how awkward your schedule is.
Yeah. It's like, well, it's like 4 in the afternoon. I've been asleep for March.
Well, better post a picture of me without a shirt on.
Yeah, better look at my.
Well, I gotta wear pants, right?
So wait, would you say Snapchat? I'd say if I were to say anything would be the it thing now because I will agree with you. Like Twitter is on the outs. It's still popular, but it's more popular than Facebook is. I'd say maybe Instagram. Maybe
That's what I was gonna say. I hear more people talking about that.
But that's more so because to me, Instagram will have more of like a longitude than like all these other things. Mainly because it's kind of like not like a photo bucket in a sense, but you could use it as like a scrapbook type of thing where you could go back like 20 years from now and look at like the stuff you posted, like with pictures and stuff. And the same with Facebook. Facebook might not be that popular now, but 20 years from now, people will go back and see the shit that they did, like show their kids and at least the good stuff that they put on there.
Oh, Mono Apex just mentioned one of my favorite, not as well known social networks, Ask FM.
I never had an Ask FM.
I love Ask FM.
Ask FM?
It basically
It's
tracks...
a music-based one, right?
Yeah, it tracks what music you're listening to, and you can hook it up to your iTunes, or you can hook it up to your Spotify account. I don't know if it works with Pandora, too, but I imagine it does. It just keeps charts of what you listen to, and even if you're not, like, talking to anybody else on there, just having that record and looking back at like what the most popular tracks you listened to in June of 2010 was is kind of cool to see.
I didn't know about that. I just thought it was that thing where you just ask fucking people a back question.
No, that's ask.me. That's another thing.
Ask if. Oh wait, is that the? Didn't like Xbox try to like push that?
Maybe.
I felt like Xbox had like some random thing, like they had like a streaming service of that on there as a way to like go up against Pandora. So yeah, I remember that.
My experience with Ask FM is I'm looking for a song that I can't find like an MP3 to download, but I can find a link on Ask FM that goes nowhere. It'll be like, oh man, I finally found this motherfucker. I can't download it. Like,
yeah.
So I never actually used the service for anything, but I actually don't use.
Are we confusing
Spotify
Ask FM with Last FM?
Oh, maybe.
Wait, maybe we are.
Yeah, because I just looked it up.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Okay, never mind.
Ask FM is, I've just looked it up, it's some anonymous kind of something.
Oh, okay, that is the ad.
Oh, Drew is right then.
Wow.
Yeah, that was like I was so confused. Like I knew what Ask FM was, but
Yeah, that makes more sense, doesn't it?
yeah,
I'm fucking high as fuck.
Yeah, because why? Like, what are we asking? How do I download this fucking song?
Well, no, I figured like you're asking other people what you want to listen to. Like,
I thought the exact same thing there with the last things. So what the hell is Ask FM?
But okay, so Ask FM is like you make an account, and what people do, people anonymously ask you questions. I know you might have seen it on there.
This is Form Spring.
ANOMOUS.
Yeah, it's the exact same thing as a Form Spring. Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, it just got really popular back in 2012.
Yeah, I mean, they used to have something like that for Tumblr too. You could ask anonymous questions through Tumblr. So I mean, it's not a new thing.
I never had a Tumblr.
Yeah, I never got into that. No.
I made an
Never been
account.
able to
I
get
used
into
it for like a week, and I just really felt like because there was too many people just reblogging the same shit over and over again.
Mm-hmm. That's all it is. It's just I like this thing that somebody else posted. Look at this funny GIF.
You know what I used to have though? I used to have a live journal.
I'm too young. Too young.
Didn't have a live journal, but I had Zanga.
Ah.
I know we're I know we're not women, but if we were women, I know Pinterest would be a big social media stuff.
You have to be a woman to appreciate Pinterest. There's a lot of cool stuff on there.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of cool stuff, but that's mainly a women-driven type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or people who like to bake stuff or like cook.
Crafts.
True. Yeah, true. I've never used it. I know my girlfriend uses it for a lot of stuff, but
Well, except she probably gets all the dumb stuff on there. You could go on there and find a bitchin' recipe for steak.
no, her and her mom, they like a lot of the times because I'll go over there and eat with them on Sundays. A lot of the stuff they make is stuff that they see on Pinterest and they try out at home. So
And they probably do terrible.
I think it's good. It's never terrible. Fuck you.
What's the connection here? It's
oh
like-
yeah, everything they do is shit. Fuck them.
Well, yeah, it's not like it's her dad doing it.
I do like how against this idea you were. It was like, yeah, they probably get the shit on Pinterest. Oh well, they make food. Yeah, it probably sucks. Yeah, fuck them and their meals that they try to make. You call us Alfredo? Fuck you.
Well, I'm the one who supports Pinterest here. What are you talking about?
Oh, you support Pinterest. You just don't support whatever Drew's girlfriend makes out of it.
Well, no, it's his girlfriend's family, and we've already been told how terrible they are. So,
Damn it.
You call that a fucking birdhouse? No, I know a lot of people that have kids, my sister included, that love Pinterest because it's just like, well, here's a good way to organize your calendar and whatever, and it's like,
meh.
don't need it. Like, but same thing for Tumblr. I can never get into that. I actually just redid the if this then that for Tumblr though to make sure that Fanboys posts go on there. It's just, if it's not automated, I don't give a shit. Like, I know a couple people have always been big on Tumblr. Sam from Fanboys is always on Tumblr and stuff. But
The only time I ever see anything from Tumblr is like someone will post a picture from Tumblr onto Facebook or Twitter or something like that.
Mono Apex, what's the meh in reference to? Let's see what that is. We'll keep this going instead. Never liked Twitter, never liked Tumblr, never liked,
I don't know, you're a Facebook guy. Started getting to Instagram though, I've seen. Was to you?
A little bit, but I don't like taking a whole lot of pictures. So.
I'm not a picture guy as well. It's just like whenever I go on vacation with family, my family's the type of people like they stop and get pictures constantly. That fucking annoys me. I'm the type of guy that's like, hey, okay, like one pic. Okay, you go somewhere, you get a picture at this place. That's fine. Oh yeah, you're at the beach here. Here's a couple pictures. Yeah, that's cool. But like when you're stopping constantly, that's what it pisses me off. We went to the Bahamas a few years ago. And, like, we were stopping every 5 seconds to take a picture of the same fucking tree, but at a different location. Like,
yeah. Oh, look at this. It's a palm tree.
It's like, oh, my God, will you fucking not do this right now? Please. I'm like, no, we're walking to a water park with a beach right next to it, and you're stopping every 5 seconds for the fucking tree. Just get the fuck away from me. Let me go enjoy this. You guys take the pictures.
Yeah, I feel the same way about people who they go to concerts. They pay a lot of money and they drive sometimes really far to go to a concert.
And they just then, like videotape it the entire time?
Yeah, then they just look at the tiny screen on their phone the whole show. It's like it's happening right in front of you. Mm-hmm. You're never going to watch that video. It's like...
Yeah, because if you wanted to just watch that video, why didn't you just like watch somebody else's video and not spend the money?
Yeah, I never got that.
I am horrible when it comes to like... Even when we went to the conventions and stuff, like, I think out of the entirety of New York Comic Con, there's like 10 pictures that I took. And it was like, hey, look at this, it's my press pass. Hey, look at that, that's that weird looking fucker. Like,
yeah.
That kind of shit. It's not like, this is what this part of this looks like, and that's what that, and here's me posing in front of this fake Iron Man, and here's me posing next to this person, and here's me pointing and laughing at Captain America at his meatball sub, and
I think it's like
that
that.
picture.
well, yeah, if I would have thought of it at the time, I would have.
I value quality over quantity with that kind of stuff. I mean, because I'm sure you guys also have some friends that, on Facebook post more than 20 things a day. I think that's a little much. So I tend to hide those people.
Especially when it's like the same picture.
Yeah.
The same selfie where you're just like head is tilted slightly more to the left. Maybe you have a little bit more of a smile.
Yeah. I don't get that. Like people who or will share, YouTube videos like 1 or 2 a day. Cool. But if you're sharing more than 20 things in a day, then it just clogs up my feed and I'm hiding you. So,
well, I mean, it depends. Like again, going back to Comic-Con, I posted way more than normal. I'm sure I posted 50 things a day in some days.
well, yeah, if there's something going on, but if it's just like 20 pictures of your dog or something, and it,
Yeah.
It's the worst.
Oh no, the worst are babies.
yeah.
That is by far the worst. It's like, look at this, they're eating.
Oh my God,
Oh, then they're also eating. Oh, look at that, they're
I-
sitting down, and they're still sitting down, and they're still sitting
Okay.
down. Like,
That reminds me. I don't know if I told you
Oh, they
this.
threw up on themselves.
The other day, someone had a video of like their baby. And this baby, she was born like really early, so like it probably should have died, but it was a miracle. It survived, so it's very small. It doesn't weigh that much. I forget how much it weighed off the top of my head. But like they had a video of the baby crying because it was hungry, and like they posted it on
feed
Facebook.
the fucking baby.
Exactly. I was like,
Put
what
the fucking
fuck?
phone down. Jesus Christ.
That's the first thing I wanted to like post them, like, or like reply to it, and I was like fuck you guys, like that's so terrible.
So we got another caller on the line. Is that right, Paden?
Mm-hmm.
760. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Fred.
Oh, you're Fred from the chat. Fred Herbert, Bail Bunch. What's up, Fred?
Who am I calling, sir?
What?
Who are you? Are you in the middle of a murder?
Are you calling from like transmitter that they have in like trucks?
It's called a CV.
Oh, true. Okay, yeah, Ed.
Fucking bullshit!
The call's coming from inside the house.
All right, I cut that one.
Couldn't really hear you there, Fred. Sorry about that. Interesting phone call, though. I don't know what to make of it.
Brought a lot to the table. Did he call us and ask who was he calling?
Or was it somebody in the background? Or
I have no idea what was going on there.
I either heard I'm calling for Carrie, or I'm trying to talk to Carrie, or
Yeah,
I'm
I
trying
heard
to.
that. I heard that. But hey, it's probably better that we don't know what's happening in the background because hey, fucking killing someone, it's not good at all. We don't want them hands.
So we have just a couple more minutes left in the show before we run out of time. Let's go through some plugs here and make sure we get them out of the way.
Yes.
Plugs.
God damn it.
Drew, anything you want to plug?
Going first here. But follow me on Twitter with Drews of White, same at Instagram, and you can go to my YouTube, which is McFrickin' and subscribe to everything I have on there, which includes no videos. And like Paden alluded to on Wednesday, you could go see what I comment on, even like at this point. So yeah, go do that.
Calen?
Yeah, you can follow me on the Twitter machine at Calen Ferris. And if you're looking for something fun to do for your party, I got a friend who rents bounce houses. Make sure you give him a call.
If you want that, it's 765-212-1521. And that's only if you're in the Indianapolis area. So we
You
got
can also follow him on Ask FM and Last FM.
Weren't those the best plugs ever, though?
What, the Bounce House one?
Yes. I forget.
They were always kind of fun.
I forget how I did it now. No, I remember the first few times I did podcasts with you guys. I was like, I have no plugs. because I didn't. I mean, this was before I. This was before I did anything else that actually mattered. So I don't know. And then I was like, I'll just randomly throw this out one way because my stepdad was like, Drew, you should like he didn't tell me to do it on podcast, but he was like, you should like try to get the name out. Like, if you can, like try to like get me a rental, and if I could, then he like give me some extra money from it. So I was like, might as well throw this out here, see if it actually fucking works, and it never fucking did. I think
that would have been funny though if it would have.
Oh yeah, like someone like got like, oh yeah, like thank you. This is like I'm gonna do this like every week now. My stepdad would be fucking happy to hear that.
Paden, you want to throw any plugs out there?
Well, even though it's a dying bird of a social network, you should do what your girlfriend does and follow me on Twitter at MRPADEN. That's Mr. Paden. Once again, because Drew talked over me, that's at MRPADEN. That's
clever.
Mr. Paden.
And for my side of things, smarkoutmoment.com for all the wrestling stuff, fanboysanonymous.com for all the geek culture stuff. You guys are already listening to the All Talk show, and for anything else that happens under A Mango Tree, you can just follow Tony Mango and A Mango Tree and all the other kind of Facebook and Twitter accounts for automated posts. Yay. Woo. So we still have a little bit of time here. What should we kind of cap off?
Let's call a show about cancer.
You sure that's not what Fred did?
Well, we're not talking about cancer. At least.
Well, what? Let's try to figure out what happened with that a little bit. Well, I'm still curious.
He's on the line again. We could bring him on again if you want.
Yeah, let's try it. Let's try it. Hello, Fred. Can you hear us?
Hello.
Oh, what's up, Fred?
Why are you so mad at me?
What?
Just say hi, Fred, and I will know this isn't a recording.
Mm-hmm.
Just say
I'm not
hi,
a-
Fred.
What?
Just say hi, Fred.
Hi, Fred.
You're on a drug trip? Is that what you said?
Just say hi to Drew?
No.
We got the no. We understood that.
No.
You and I have gotten along fine, and I don't know why this is happening.
We're Don Juan 5.
You and I have gotten along fine, and I don't know why are you doing this, sir?
Why are we doing what?
Why are you doing this?
Doing what?
You're getting calls all day long, and I'm calling somebody, and I'm not calling anybody.
What the
You're calling somebody and they're not calling you back?
Yes.
Why do I feel like this is something like an outtake from the movie Contact?
Was that kind of scary to anybody else?
I have no idea what it was.
That was kind of creepy. I feel like we were getting a call from beyond the dead.
Yeah, it was one of those creepy pasta calls or something.
Oh no.
Well, Zeely's in the chat. He says that's some Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas shit.
Whoever it is, he's pissed off. Somebody keeps calling him all day or something. I don't know.
Call me.
He's calling somebody, but they're not calling him back or something.
Why are you doing this?
I wish the call quality would have been a little better, because then I would have been able to understand what he was saying. Fred, we could not understand you.
All right, Fred's in the chat now.
Okay,
Hello,
hey,
it's
hey,
me,
Fred.
Fred.
Tell us what you were talking about. We couldn't. Really
Yeah, you
hear
got to clarify what's going on there, buddy. We have no idea what the fuck this was about. We are as lost as we could possibly be. Wazili says, I was listening on the Facebook post for a few minutes and you guys cut into that.
Yep, we're just gonna sit here and wait for Fred to
Yep,
answer.
we're just
I
waiting
guess.
for Fred.
Oh, yeah, this is the hell with trying to figure out another topic. We're on the case about Fred Herbert Bell Bunch.
We might have to get Cliff Club.
You're talking to my plan?
I'm talking to your plant.
You're talking to my plant.
We were talking to his plant?
Okay.
Shit, what type? First off, what type of plant do you have? Because that's some weird ass shit right there.
What the fuck? We're talking to a plant? Does that mean the plant called us?
I think so.
That's kind of cool. In a weird way, that's kind of cool.
147 North Euclid Avenue in Upland?
In Upland?
Okay. Is the plant holding you hostage?
Oh.
Do we need to like call the authorities or something, sir?
I'm looking up this address here. 147 Euclid Avenue.
Wait, what if it's that one guy's address?
Apparently he's in California, which that makes sense. 760. This is the address for a bail bonds.
No, he
Okay.
owns a bail bunch.
No, maybe we should. No, we got to get him out of jail. I think that's what it went from us.
This is Herbert bail bonds. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, there's a picture of a guy here with a beard.
Oh.
HerbertBailBonds.com.
No, listen. Servicing all courts, city jails, substations, get out of jail quick. Large network of bail bonds posting agents. We are ugly, but we're honest.
Oh, so you were plugging this thing.
Okay.
But it probably would have came across better if you would have called instead of your plant.
Oh, I get it. Bail bonds are bail bonds. Oh. Is this guy just trying to spam his fucking advertisement? That's all it is.
I am keeping it in, though, because it was fucking entertaining. Which is going to tie back to this whole conversation. That was comedic, and I don't even know if we can consider that artwork, but it was fucking weird.
That was me and my plant, he says.
Should I clarify that the panelists on this are Drew, Paden, Calen, Mango, and Fred's plant?
I'm looking at the cover photo for the Herbert Bail Bonds Facebook page. What is wrong with this guy's nose? Oh, we're ugly, but we're honest. I guess that's their shtick. And you're certainly fucking ugly.
Part of me believes. Okay, no, we should.
Paden's an authority on that subject. He tells people that all the time.
We should call the number that they have at the top of their page really quickly. See.
Oh no, we actually are pretty much running out of time. I don't want to.
Yeah,
make us run out of the time here, but
it's gonna have to wait until next week.
we'll have to keep this written down.
I'm gonna have to like this page.
So, thank you to everybody, whether you are a plant or something else. Thank you for listening to the show. I don't know what the hell's going on with this anymore.
I don't know.
With this thing, but thank you for everybody on the panel as well. That will shut us up for this evening in this edition of the All Talk Show. God, we're going from everything from steel drums to bail bonds and God knows what, but that'll do us in, guys. Thanks for listening. Adios, everybody.